So this is the little 12 by 24 shed that's outside our house in Topanga. Topanga is kind of a artistic, kind of a hippie community in the mountains behind Santa Monica and Malibu. Known famously for Neil Young, for Little Feat, and Charles Manson, among other famous people. So when we got this house, I said, man, maybe I could turn this into a little studio. And I did. In about 2006, with the advent of Pro Tools and the fact that you could actually mix inside the box, so to speak, I could make this a studio. Obviously, I'm not going to put an SSL in there. So the inside of the studio now looks like this. So I've got the little D command board, which is just basically a mouse. And then I've got a 714 system. They're ATC SEM50s. You can see them here. I can do this. Yeah. So there's left, center, right, left side, right side, and then the rears you can see just kind of back here. Those are all ATC 50s. These are ATC SCM12s for the heights. I was really lucky. I had Brian Pennington from Dolby come and tune the room for me. I had Zach Winterfield and the people from ATC, and they helped really get this thing together for me. And it's been a wonderful little room. So the other thing about the place is I have a big living room, and I decided to turn that into a studio. So, oh, by the way, there's the back of the room. I actually have two Pro Tools rigs there. That's an old one that's based on an old G5 Mac that's back there. This one's a newer one that was based on a Power Mac, or the trash can Mac. I kept this one because it meant that every time I wanted to look at something I'd done in 2006, I could still bring it back. And as a matter of fact, I just opened up a Tom Petty mix I did in 2006 on this machine, and it worked. No plugins, problems, anything. So I like the idea of just finding something to work with, freezing it if I have to, and then moving on. But that way I know I'm backwards compatible. I hate updating software. I really just like thinking about music and not why this isn't working. That's one of my philosophies. And that kind of also goes into my philosophy for mixing. So that's the back of the room. Here's some of the sessions that we did for the album. So this is the living room in our house. It's got about 22-foot ceilings. It's really a great room, and there's no funny bouncy kind of things because there's enough places for the sound to go out. It's got a really good ambience to it. So this is the kitchen over here, and in the cabinet down here below the kitchen, the only kitchen that has a bunch of mic preamps and stuff in it. So it's basically I roll this out and I can record in the living room.